right, bitches, we're back. This is the episode called Where the Hell Y'all Hoes Been?
Yes, it's been a long, a little hiatus. We've
Yeah,
had a few things going on between the
life.
two of us, girl life. I'll give my own little update because it's a little easier and quicker, I feel. I just been in esthetician school. I will be finished in like 2 months, which is amazing. I'm also scared though because it's like all of the schooling has culminated to this moment. Like, what are you gonna do
Hmm.
after this? And I still haven't fully decided, so. But I'm excited. But it has been very time consuming on top of, working and,
Yeah.
and the child. But I'm glad. I'm glad to be back. And
No,
you,
I'm
man?
proud of you.
Oh,
First of
thanks.
all, I'm proud of you because even just catching up with you, you busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are the epitome now of I will respond to your text 3 business days
When
later.
I right, yeah, I'm very much in that phase, and I'm so grateful to my friends, like my really close friends. Like y'all are very understanding
Absolutely.
and a lot of time you guys are like same, like same.
Right.
Like see you when I see you. Like I
Right.
just can't right now. And I love it because I feel like in the past I've had friends that are like very high maintenance,
Hmm.
and so I will get more anxiety, right? Because I can't talk right now, and it's like, oh my God, now I'm losing my friend, So I'm really grateful for the group, including you, that I have now. That is like, girl, it's fine. I'll see you when I see you, babe.
I will see when I see you. Oh, this move, uprooting our entire lives, leaving California is something that I've always wanted to do,
Yeah,
but it was something that I always psyched myself out of. Like,
yeah,
my dad has always said, like, you will think of 100 things that can go right and 101 that can go wrong. And I will just psych myself out of anything. I also did not think that that destination was ever in a million years going to be Pennsylvania.
yeah.
So here
Wait,
we are.
where did you think before? Like when you thought about, oh, I want to go move somewhere one day. Like, what did you think?
Well, so that was kind of always my holdup. That was
Oh, because you didn't
my
know.
main holdup because I was just like, I psyched myself out. So I'm like, oh, I would move here. But then I'm like, what natural disasters do they have there? Like, I
Oh yeah,
can't.
yeah,
What's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
diversity like in terms of food? Like
Yeah,
leaving the culture of food, like
yeah,
California is a huge thing. As
yeah.
minor as it may seem, like it's huge. Like
No, it's huge. If you
here
grow
I
up
am
that way,
cooking
it's
most of my
huge.
right. So here I am
Yeah,
cooking most of my meals now, which is always a good thing. But
yeah.
sometimes I just want to go out and explore and try new places to eat, and I don't have that luxury.
Yeah. And even like I feel like something as simple as how it is here, like just driving somewhere is
Yeah,
scenic and like an experience.
right.
How has that been over there? Is everything pretty
I haven't even
flat?
been doing that. I
Oh,
haven't.
we're not even okay.
Not
We're
even
not
doing that
even
yet. It's been cold as hell.
true. The
We're
snow.
finally out of the snow. Next week we'll get up to the 60s, which is the warmest it's been. I swear a couple weeks ago it was like 13 degrees, and I was like, "What's this?"
Like
Because
that
it's like,
is so
"Let's go
foreign to
outside,"
us.
and I'm like, "No,
Yeah,
no."
no, that is so foreign to us. We don't we okay, Bay Area people
Yeah,
never, never. That's crazy.
it's been a huge change. It's been any emotion you could think of. I felt
Tell me about the first feeling you felt like when you first got there, you dropped your bag and you just got there. What were you thinking?
excitement.
Oh, really?
I was when
Damn.
I like I didn't cry until the morning that I woke up to go to the airport. Then I cried. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit! Like this is real." You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then it was just a. I part of the excitement might have just been because we were traveling for so long. We had a layover. I got a crazy toddler just chewing my head
Mm,
off.
hmm.
And then after arriving, like we flew into Philly, so we still had like an hour and a half drive after that. So I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
So by the time
So
I
it was
was able
more
to put
so
my
excited to
bag down,
chill.
I was, oh, thank God. Pour me a glass of
Relief.
wine. I'm getting into bed. It wasn't until like a weekend. I was like,
Also, when the weekend hit, that's when you're like, what am I doing?
what am I doing?
Is that because, okay, well, because what did you usually do on the weekends here?
I was always outside.
Yeah,
I mean, whether it was for me or whether it was for Q, I was
for
always
sure.
outside. Like
For sure.
that boy,
Always
there was no
somewhere.
way, right? There was no way I could
Yeah.
stay in the house with him. He's too energetic.
So then when you got to the weekend over there and you're like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm
This
not going
day will
anywhere for
be
the
just
next
like
3 days.
yesterday.
It just
Yeah.
like yesterday and just like the day before. And all the days start like I started getting into a space where like, what day is it?
Yeah, girl, that's my life. That's literally, I'm like, where am I? Where am I? Being every day with a toddler, like, it will really, the sanity leaves.
And so I'm just sitting here
Ooh-wee.
like, damn, I miss my friends or my family.
Yeah.
But it's also been real eye opening as to who has been worth me missing.
Yeah, that's another topic for sure. That my next question was going to be, as I mentioned, I'm grateful to have the friends that I have that are kind of
Yeah.
really supportive right now and accepting of my new chapters. Granted, I haven't moved anywhere, but how has it been adjusting with your friends, you being over there, time difference, all of that fun stuff?
Yeah, the time difference is a huge thing, right? Because here I get off of work at 5 p.m., which is 2 o'clock back at home. So it's not like I'm so used to getting off work and like picking up the phone and calling somebody or like just wanting to go home and take a nap for a little bit and then call somebody. But
Yeah,
like here, it's like, okay, well, everyone's still at work. So let me just chill and like binge watch a show or something.
right.
And then by the time everyone's getting off, getting settled at home,
You're
and
like, I
they're
can go
ready
to
to call
bed.
me, I'm like, good night.
Good night. It's
Like,
been real.
you know what I mean? So
No, for
it's
sure.
been feeling really lonely in a sense,
Yeah.
but also like I feel like I've been weeding out and really seeing some relationships that I've had with people that are just placeholders.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm
It's
seeing.
so funny. You only hear that in like romantic relationships, like, oh, men using women as placeholders or women using men as placeholders. But I find now that I'm a grown adult that friendships are like that too. And you notice
Absolutely.
as soon as something big changes, it's like gone. You're like,
Yeah.
God
And I'm living it and I'm realizing who has shown up for me, who checks in, you know what I mean? Like it's more than just a quick like FaceTime, like, oh, let me see your place. Like
damn.
it's
Right.
like how are you
Right.
doing?
Yeah. Are
You
you
know what I
okay?
mean? Are
Yeah.
you okay? Like, do you
Yeah.
need anything? And it's not like not stuff on a damn registry. Like, do you need like what do you need? What do you need in me as a friend? Like, how can I show
Yeah.
up for you with this distance between us now?
Right. It's crazy how you can have friendships that are years and years, like from childhood,
Yeah.
and a move makes it like we don't know each other.
We don't
Like
know each other.
that's hard for me. I haven't done it yet, so it's like it's hard for me to grasp that concept, but I see it time and time and time again, and it's really nuts. It makes you wonder, like, what were all the years? Again, that placeholder, right? It's like,
Mhm.
is it just because we were in the vicinity? Like, I'm confused. I thought we really
Yeah.
bonded all these years.
But
So,
but then like and then it ties into like our relationship, for example, like we said, like there are days that we go days without talking and that's okay, right? But when we talk, it's a how are you, bitch? Like put
for
it all on the
real.
table. Like let's
Yes,
talk
put it,
about it. You know what I mean?
yes, pour it all out. Let us cry
Let's
together and be angry.
right, right. Let us feel all these emotions together because you don't have to feel it
Yeah,
alone. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's okay. So I don't feel like my expectations of the people that I've had were, oh, let me check in on Taylor every single day. But it's
Right,
like
right.
be of some sort of substance and
Right, for
actually
sure.
check in on me. Actually
And
check in on
yeah,
you. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And
Like
we do understand people have lives and shit, of course, but it's like it's some shit you can feel energetically when things shift, you know.
right.
This person ain't busy today. They not gonna hit me up.
They just
Like
not gonna hit me.
they're not. So how have you been coping with that?
I don't know. Like I'm in this space of like truly trying to embrace this change for what it is and find because I obviously like I made this change for Q. Like
Yeah.
Q is the purpose of this. Um, so I'm trying to find the little ins and outs of what it is for me that this change is going to bring in me as an individual. I feel like it's so funny because I come out here, I don't know anybody, I don't have any friends. So what I do, Facebook dating, Hinge, whatever.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
most of it is let's just start a conversation. You know what I
No, we
mean?
need
Like
to know the
let's just
temperature of the
yeah,
area.
like I just let's start conversation. Let's see what that's like, just so I can start having conversations with people that are fairly close to me.
Right, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? And it makes me feel a little less lonely. And I even had to take a step back from that because I'm like, okay, well, what I don't want to do is shift the energy that I'm needing from friends and family back home onto this new person.
Mm-hmm.
And you know
Mm.
what I mean? So like I was like, let me take
Mm.
a step back from this because I already know me. And I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, and that's a slippery slope and it's easy to get there, right? Because it's
It's
like
so easy.
it's reminding me of something. I'm observing Ramadan right now, and it's been a
Mhm.
very heavy prayer and meditation mode for me. And something I'm kind of realizing about myself is like the distractions are plentiful. It's like instead of sitting in my stuff, I
Yes.
like to do things and see things and talk to people and woo woo woo. And it's like this month has really slowed me down. And I'm like, not month all
Mhm.
the way, it's been 6 days. But like the start of this month has really slowed me down and showed me how I can do exactly what you just said. It's like the problem is I'm feeling something, and instead of saying, all right, where does this feeling end? I'm like, let's try to fast forward that. Bring the next plate. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's
Right.
like, yeah, no, we got to slow down. Got to slow down and sit in your stuff and figure that out. And if you are going to move, make sure it's a move by yourself, like journaling,
Yes.
running, walking, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Put that energy into self for sure to analyze and naturally finish up that feeling. You know what I mean? Wrap it up and then pack it out. Because I feel like we try to pack
Mhm.
it out quick before
Yeah.
it's even processed.
I want to do just that. I want to do what you said. Like, here I am, like, I want to use the distraction of exploring, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to tell myself, I was going to go to Nashville this weekend, but I'm sitting here trying to tell myself, don't want to drive a few hours and go see Niagara Falls?
Mm,
Get me and Q's passport. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
right.
Like I feel like those are the distractions I need to be making for myself
Yes. Yes.
with
Yes.
just me and Q and experiencing that.
Felt
Granted, we are what 5 weeks in of just me and him, and he's sick of me and I'm sick of him.
right.
Sick of
Yeah,
each
it's
other.
a lot.
Like,
It's a lot. I mean, these toddler personalities, I don't care what nobody says, like these people are nuts.
yeah,
Like the whining about things that are very
it's the
fixable,
whining.
very like it'd be
It's the
like,
whining.
girl,
It's the
like
it's the we're getting it out of the car. I wanted to unbuckle my seatbelt, bro.
yes,
Okay,
it
listen, I
doesn't
don't.
matter. It doesn't matter. But and then it's like it piles up, and then as that's
Yep.
happening, there's small things that don't matter, but they just keep adding up, and then your
Yeah.
patience dwindles and dwindles, and before you know it, you snap at the most dumbest part of the whole
Exactly.
day.
And
And
now
yeah,
I look
no,
like a
yeah.
lunatic
Now I look, and I am. If we really look at it, I am,
because you
and
made
I
me this
am
way.
literally. But yeah, I really like what you're saying. Instead of again trying to find a distraction, which would be let me go take them over here. It's like let us find a way to push through
Let us get our
what we're
rhythm.
doing.
And that's what I
Yeah.
want. I want us to find our rhythm,
Yeah.
find our groove, find our flow, find the things and the spaces that we like to be in out here first
Yes.
before we start adding puzzle pieces. Granted, there's going to be a situation like I do. I have made one friend here and I'm very thankful for her. Like the girl will pop up, throw her coat on the floor and help me put together furniture. You know what I mean? Or she'll
Damn.
just
That's what's up.
the other day, like I needed batteries for some things and I was working and I hear my ring camera go off and she's dropping off batteries on my door and leaving work.
That's
I'm just like, you know what I mean?
beautiful.
Like it's stuff
Oh
like that, and I'm very
no.
grateful for.
That's beautiful. I love
It's
that. That's such a
right.
big deal, dude.
It's
That's such a
huge.
big deal.
Yeah.
Especially just meeting. I mean, we just met and it's like, girl, you are showing up. We love you.
Hello, you are family.
We
You
love
are
you so
family.
much. Yeah, no,
So
dude, because I honestly I can't imagine what that's like. I mean, I'm looking forward to my own shift in that way, but I genuinely still cannot imagine what it's like to start over in a new place. You don't know anybody. Like, I mean, it's and you're the adult. It's not like your mom. Like, no,
hello,
no, you're the mom.
I'm getting looked at for answers. Like
Like, so what are we
what?
doing? You're like, what are we doing? I have no idea.
I
No
don't know.
idea.
I'm winging it. A big thing, maybe I do want to touch base on this too, is I think a
Yeah.
big thing was the fact that realizing when I got here that I did move Q away from all the men. That right there for me has been making me doubt myself
Yeah.
because I could be a mom to him wherever. He has aunts here, he has aunts there. You know what I mean? He has cousins here, he has cousins there.
Yeah.
He has men there, he does not have men here. And I think that was when my first shred of doubt started to hit because I'm like, damn, did I really make the best decision for him?
Right. Because you've been telling yourself, I did this for Q, and then
I
now you're
did this for
analyzing it.
Q, and I'm like, did I?
Yeah.
Did I really think it through? Like,
Hmm.
um, And so, for me, it was a matter of making sure and reaching out to the men in his life that no, I am holding you to a standard. And you do need to call him and you do need to check on him and you do need to, I don't
Yeah.
care if I'm working. You know what I mean? Like right now I'm working remote. So I
Yeah.
don't care what it is that I'm doing. Pick up the phone, call me. I will pass the phone off to him
Yeah.
and talk to him and check
Yeah.
in on him and ask him what changes he's going through. Um, because this is a lot for him.
Yes.
And even now, like the fact that I don't have my brothers living with me, like I'm trying to teach him you're the man of the house. So
Hmm.
I'm already even stepping into a teaching you to walk on the outside of the street. Granted,
Hmm.
like holding my
Right.
hand, but like
Right.
teaching you that there are
Yes.
certain things that you now have to do because it's just Quentin
Yeah.
and mommy.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh, girl, this is kind of spicy for me because like obviously we're both single parents, but like you have a boy, like you like
yeah,
it's like it's like hard. It's like yes, he's a baby. I mean, not a baby. Yes, he's a toddler, but like yeah, like you the same way I'm teaching my daughter things like don't sit on people's lap, and it's like those things do start early. They have to start early,
yeah,
and he's like a
yeah.
boy. Like yeah, yeah,
He's a
that's a lot.
freaking boy, but and it's like
Yeah.
I was even talking to like my old boss, the fact that she's white, she's an older white woman, and she did not really understand the conversations that we as like black moms have to have with our black sons to
She probably
protect
see like, girl,
themselves.
that is you. He is a baby, and you're like, yeah, but not really.
Like
Not
I
outside to
want
the world.
right, like I want to pour into him how I view him, how I want him to view himself, but I also have to confuse him and pour into him how the world's going to see him.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is
It's a hard balance for sure.
that's so hard. And then the hardest part about it is there's only so much that I can teach him about that because I'm not a black man.
I have a vagine.
So I
I
still
have a
heavily
vagine.
rely
Yeah.
on the experiences of black
Yes.
men and what they've been through to explain
Yes.
that to him because I can't.
Right.
I
So
had a
how have they been good with that, or how has that been going?
you know, I've had as to expected my brothers and my dad call every day and I'm
Right.
thankful. We've had a couple of hiccups of people that I did expect to
Mm.
be there that are not. I'm grateful. Like even Laverne, I was expressing this to Laverne. I was expressing my doubt in myself to him, and he's like, "I will be there end of February to come and
Yeah.
visit you guys." And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I love him so much.
I love him so much.
No, he's so
Like
sweet.
I don't think he realizes how much like I lean on him, and I think that
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it. Like when I'm like deepest and truest in like doubt or fear or anything and I need like a man's perspective to lift me
Mm.
up, I lean
Hmm.
on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, I lean on him.
And see how quick he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be there.
And
I'm
he's
gonna be
like,
there.
I will be there. And I'm like, and it was just like, even just hearing that was just like a,
Yes,
thank
a sigh
you.
of
You know
relief.
what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Has Q
so,
like noticed though? Like, has he noticed the other people not calling? Has he asked? Is he like, what's going on? Or you feel like so far he's just flowing?
sometimes he's like, hey, where's so and so? Like, sometimes it's just like, he wants to call certain people. Like, like he asked for you, he asked for my mom. Like, and I pay attention to who I hear from, right?
Right.
That he's asking for. Like,
Yeah.
I dial that in. I pay attention. Like, he's
Yeah.
asking, where's this person? Where's that person? And I'm like, okay, well, you haven't called in like a week or
Yeah.
a
He's like
week.
your little
Or,
alarm thing.
you know
You're
what
like,
I
you know
mean?
what?
I'm
He's
like,
right.
where's my notes?
Yeah. Yeah. That's real.
And
That's
I don't like to
funny.
be like that because I think my biggest thing is I am such a low maintenance friend.
Literally.
I'm such a low
Literally.
maintenance friend, but I'm a high maintenance mom that
Yeah.
I have to hold people to a standard. And
Yes.
and unfortunately the men. I'm holding you guys to this standard because I'm his advocate, and
Yes.
I
You
know
know what
where
he
I fall
needs.
short. Not even
Yes.
necessarily fall short, but I know what I'm not equipped with to help him through.
Right. You know what he needs and what you don't have, and yeah, how you supposed to get it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
real.
it's a
And
huge
it,
thing for
it
me.
takes a village for real. And I feel like if the men, and not, of course, like, oh, they're not your child for sure, but it's like if you already signed up for that role of like uncle, whatever you want to call it, male figure, like, yeah, you should probably take that all the way home until you're dust because it's a child who's gonna grow up into a
You
person.
should. You should.
But yeah.
And like I said, like because I'm so low maintenance, my thing is like I don't if I didn't spend time with any of my friends before I left and it was just me, I didn't have a kid. I would have
Mm,
been like, it's okay. I can hop on a plane. You can hop on a plane.
mm,
Whatever. It's fine. When you have time, come
hmm.
see me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With him, is like, no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not
he
playing.
misses you. He asks for you. I gave everybody the same 6 week notice that I had. I called
Right.
everybody immediately. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
And obviously, like, in 6 weeks is not a long time. So obviously in that
Yeah.
time, I'm not making plans because one, I'm still working. I'm
Right.
still taking him to and from school.
Right. Nothing
I'm
stopped.
packing, I'm arranging things, I'm looking for a place, I'm looking for a job. I'm doing all of these things.
Ooh-wee.
The last thing I need is trying to fit you into a schedule. You
Right.
let me know when you're available and honey, I'll make it work.
Right. For sure.
I
But
think
I
that's
wonder, I think my advice for this situation, not that you asked for it, but just something that came to mind is like maybe ask God, ask God, like, should I be stressed out about the fact that he doesn't have any male figures right now? Because, like, maybe that's something to let go of right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he had a good chunk in his, first little part of his life. Maybe this chunk right now is called mom and Q. You know what I mean? Maybe right now is mama. Things could change, or you could find your best. You know what's crazy about this? You could find your best friend for the rest of your life soon. You live there. Like, you might could find your best friend for the rest of your life over there, and she got a bunch of friends. You know what I mean? She got brothers. She got cousins. You never know. You know what I'm saying? And he's still young enough. Maybe it's something to let go of a little bit for now.
Yeah, and you're right. And I think like right now I'm in vital years where I am the primary parent that he'll need
Yes, we're still
until
there. We're
I'm
still in the
not.
window.
But
Yeah.
but I am still in that. So it is, you're right. It is like a space where I can just kind of loosen my grip and
Yes. Yes, it's hard for a single mom, dude. It's like we have our hand on every single aspect of their life. We're constantly worried, like, if I die, who's gonna like, you know what I mean? I mean, that's an extreme end of thought process, but like
but no, it's something to think
everything is
about.
a thought. Yeah, no, everything is like a, but what are they gonna do here? But what about this? But where's the male figures? But where's the this? But how is she gonna understand that? And it's like, we are one person, and sometimes you gotta let go, let God, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you're doing your best, which I know you are,
Yeah.
that's what we got right now. And I feel like what you just did for your life, I know you right now, you're like, oh, I did this for Q. I don't really see where I fit into my own plan that I made. But the night is young, girl. Like, you literally could find the greatest lifelong friends. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, now you're like, damn, I know why I came here. Like, these people are real as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that
Hmm.
they're gonna replace us,
No, not at all.
motherfuckers, but
Not at
but
all.
I'm
You
saying,
know, nah, honestly,
I'm
like,
proud of you.
thank you. And I appreciate that. And I'm so happy that regardless, like I have you and Mimi. That means so much to me in this world.
Of course.
I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for, your mom finding ways for us to continue doing this because this is
Girl,
important
yes.
to
Pulling the
me.
strings, pulling the strings.
I think that safe space has become such a big part of my healing process that I think it's just so necessary to keep going, whether
Yes,
I don't care whether it's 30 viewers or
I
3,000.
agree. I
Like, you know what
agree.
I
I
mean? Like,
agree.
this has
I
been
agree with that.
so healing for me.
It's
And
been very therapeutic. Yeah, we need to keep being consistent. Yeah, because I mean, this is free therapy. Not that we're professionals,
we're not
but
professionals
like
at
we're
all.
pretty
But you know
smart.
what? But you know what? It's like we are putting ourselves out there as a promise to one, each other, to be completely honest and completely vulnerable. and
Yes.
two, to random people on the internet.
No, for sure. No, for sure. Because I mean, we were getting comments from folks like, "Yeah, girl, exactly." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, we're not alone in the world."
Right. And that's a huge thing. And I think it's so
For
important for
sure.
one, them to see, like, yeah, we did take a break because life hit us hard. I mean,
A lot. Just boom, 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 boom,
being
boom.
like you're going to school, like your schedule is so jam packed. Me literally like finding out that I have 6 weeks to move across the country, like
That was ridiculous. That was absolutely
that was
ridiculous.
insane. Like I'm very thankful for like you. I'm very thankful for the friends that I see myself holding on to.
Yes.
And I'm thankful for the ones that I don't see myself holding on to. You know what I mean? Like
Listen, we done dropped the dead weight. It's great.
we dropped
Heller.
dead weight. Honestly, even just cutting back to your shift and your experience and celebrating and
Oh,
observing Ramadan, like
yeah.
tell me about that. Like how did
Yeah.
that come about? What made you decide this is the year I want to do it? Like
Yeah, so weird. I literally, it's only day 6, and I'm like, am I a Muslim? Have I have I somehow reverted? It's been very interesting. As you know, I've been modest for like 2 years and religious, but a different. I observe Kemetic principles, so-called ancient Egyptian principles. And I have a friend she was raised Muslim, but she's more like, what's the word now? Secular, I guess now, but she still observes certain things like Ramadan. And she was talking about, listen, like we need to focus. And I've fasted before too. I do like 72-hour fast where it's just water though, not no food, but just water for 3 days basically. And she said, we need to reset, we need to fast, we need to do this. And I was like, you know what? I heard like Ramadan's coming up. And she's like, girl, that's in 3 days. I said, whoa. I was like, okay, well, let's do it. I'm like, let's do it.
with
So I just
three
started doing
days of
reset. Yeah.
preparation.
3 days. A shout out to AI because the chat GPT really helped me understand how to pray, how to wash myself, when, like how to set things up. And now I have like a little journal. Where's my little journal? So I ended up making one of these. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Oh, maybe you can't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we
yeah.
go. Little journal. So, keeps track of the days and like what I'm gonna break my fast with, what I'm gonna cook for the next day. And it's been very beautiful, honestly. I 10 out of 10 recommend, even if you're not religious, because I there's something really powerful about depriving yourself and at the same time talking to God 5 times a day, asking for things. 'Cause it's very natural. You're on the floor praying and you're like, God, help me with XYZ. It's something very powerful about that. It almost feels like you have a more direct line to source. And then when you're hungry, many things start to look dumb and useless, right? Like I'm at school
Mhm.
hungry, okay, listening to the girls, chit chat about whatever and arguing about who's this and who's that. And I'm like, girl, irrelevant. There's people starving in the universe. Like it
Mhm.
puts everything into perspective for sure. So I'm very grateful I did this, and now I'm kind of wondering what's my future like. Am I a Muslim? To be determined. I have no idea. I have no idea.
It sounds like it's done a lot for you, obviously spiritually, but do you feel like it has shown up? I mean, it's been what, 6, 7 days. Do you feel like it's shown up for you in other ways, in the way that you parent, in the way that you work, or with other family? Like, do you feel like it's shown up?
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely with the parenting. I feel like so I still cook for my even though I'm fasting, I still cook for my daughter several times a day, her lunch and her dinner or whatever.
that's discipline.
Girl, it's discipline for me, but it's also like it makes me really appreciate myself as a mom. Like it's like, wow, look, you can do this while hungry and you can feed her and make her something cute and still arrange it cute. And then when she sees it, she's squealing and she's so happy. And it's like, wow, bitch, you're a good mom. Like this is the first time, these like 6, 7 days is the first time that I genuinely look at myself in private and I'm like, you're doing a good job. Like
Mm,
before that, yeah, like you would tell me, "Oh, good job for this," and I'm like, "Hee hee 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 hee, hee, ah."
yeah.
But
But
like
it's different
inside,
when
I'm
you
like,
feel it and you see
"Yes."
it for yourself and you feel it. That's a wow.
The private moments between you and whatever you believe in, right? It's like, "Oh, I get it. Like I am a good. I see," and it's literally something as simple as you're feeding your child. Like that's a good job, and that deserves a good job. Not maybe not from others, but from your like. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that, and also my patience. My
Mm,
patience has grown. I would say in the first 3 days when I was first adjusting to, oh girl, because the detox from caffeine from coffee is serious.
yeah.
That is
Caffeine
like
headaches
drugs. I
or
had no idea because I just started drinking coffee, so I didn't know there was a. I was on the internet night three, like I'm in bed with the heating pad, my head. I'm like, am I gonna die? Like, what is this? And they're like, caffeine gets in your blood, your bones, your brain. But yeah, so the patience in the first 3 days dealing with the detox with my child was really bad. Like I was like, she would be like, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, ugh,
lucky
like
me.
hella irritated. Yeah, like girl, it was bad. But I would say like by day three when I woke up, like I said, I started seeing myself like, good job, you're doing a good job. And my patience started growing. And I'm like having more patience because, I like to do the little homeschool routine with
Yeah.
her. And I'm like, I'm observing I have more patience with that too. And it's like more things are funny. Like, sometimes they be playing and you're like, bro, get the shoes on. Like, just
Yeah.
get the shoes on. But now I'm kind of like embracing those little moments where we're supposed to be rushing or whatever. And I'm just like, you funny, silly dude. Like, so that's been cool. I've also been more conscious about cursing and the B word and stuff. I've been like trying to keep my mouth clean, you know what I mean? Because I do love to curse. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with cursing, but I do feel like it can come off to certain people like aggressive, right? It's like, I feel
Yeah.
like between black and brown people, it's cool. But, with what I'm doing now in school and like esthetician work and stuff, we do
Yeah.
want to be more inclusive, and more, just less maybe aggressive. So working on that.
I'm proud of you. No, that's, I
Okay.
mean, I think for all of it, I think I'm just mainly happy the fact that you see yourself as a better mom through
Yeah.
this because that's incredible, especially while you're juggling so much. You're juggling work, you're juggling school, you're juggling being a teacher to your daughter. Like you're juggling so many hats that the average
Yeah.
person, myself probably freaking included, would have cracked.
You know what though? I'm gonna tell you right now, like the basic, like literally it's coming to this to me too, is like before I did this, I felt like you said, juggling is a good word. I'm like, whoop, whoop, whoop. And it's crazy that all I had to do was add God in a serious way for it to feel like I'm more so just hello, like the people at the restaurant people be having 17 plates and they're just like walking through the
Yeah.
shit, like picking stuff up. All I had to do was add God, and it was like plates. I had like these big plates under my shit. Now you know what I
No,
mean? It's like
that's
it's a drastic change
beautiful.
for her.
You and
Like,
Mimi be like having that discussion of what you're observing and that what's that like and how she taking that or accepting that.
yeah, not really. I mean, we already before this we prayed. Like she has a little prayer memorized that she says at night, and like before naps, basically before going to bed or sleep, she knows a little prayer. But this prayer 5 times a day, and a couple of them in front of her, because some I do at school too. She sees me, like
Mm,
she's seeing me do the prostration and like put my head on the floor and stuff. So she's copying me. She's seen me do the, you know what I mean. So she's definitely she's copying me. She'll be like Allahu Akbar.
yeah.
She's definitely saying it. So I'm like, is my sister a Muslim? I don't know. I mean, it's like I wouldn't mind it. Because another reason why I did this too was lately I've been wondering, how do I fit in more religious or spiritual teaching to a 2-year old? Because I'm like, she's very smart, but what words? Like, I don't really know how to explain, oh
It's so
God, and like,
hard.
you
It's
know what I
hard.
mean? Yeah, it's like, how do I do that? Like, she seen me watch an anime one time where the grandma got old and like passed away and turned into dust and went to heaven, and she was kind of like, "What the heck is that?" And I was like, they went to heaven." And this, and she's like, "With the planets," because she's obsessed with planets. And I'm like,
Mm,
Yeah, sure." So anyway, I was like, "How do I teach her more spirituality?" And it was like, when I found out, oh, it's 3 days from now, I was like, "This is it. It's like physically doing it." So
yeah.
she sees me,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
before that, I feel like my prayers were more private and like, just more secretive, I guess. And now it's like, girl, you on the floor, pray. Like, what are you doing? The other day, she asked me for a little mat too. She was like, put the little blanket. I want to pray too. So yeah, it's been, yeah, she might be Muslim. We gonna
No,
see.
that's beautiful because I've been trying to figure out a way to do that as well.
Yeah.
Like Quentin and I have been talking about God
Oh, nice.
recently due to the fact that the day we moved here, the day after we moved here, my dog died as he was
Yeah.
going with my mom to Nashville, 2 hours into
Yeah.
their drive. And
My God.
I've been trying to explain that to him. Like, I don't want to sugarcoat death. Like,
Right.
you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, I don't
Right.
want to be one of those parents. So I've explained to him, yes, he died. What do you mean he died? Where'd he go? Like,
Yeah. Like, what is that? What
uh,
is that?
okay, like let's start talking about death. Like, let's
Mm,
expose you to that. Let's expose you to the afterlife and what that looks like,
mm.
at least to me.
You're
You know,
right.
explain that there are other opinions, but this is my view on it. Um, and so I mentioned God, and he was like, God.
What you know
And I was
about
like,
God?
all right, bro, like let's talk about it. Like I was like, do you ever wonder why like mommy never lets you say, "Oh my God"? I always correct you. You always have to say,
Mm,
"Oh my goodness" or "Oh my God." Like
mm,
you cannot
mm,
say that, right? So like we
I love that.
we've just been exploring that for the past couple weeks, and it's been so
Yeah.
interesting to see. Like you see their minds start to like
Connected.
question and connect,
Yeah.
and it's like
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
it's so beautiful that you're even doing that. And I'm
Yeah.
very grateful to have these conversations.
Yes. Yes,
um
they're important. I
yeah.
hate that religion is taboo or like spirituality like is taboo. Like, no. If we're all kind of doing it, I feel like we're all kind of talking to somebody in them dark days. It should not
Hmm.
be taboo, just like death. It's like we're all headed there.
Yeah.
We're all headed. So no one
Yeah.
should be shy or scared to talk about that at all. You
No.
know, and it starts with children. Like, yeah, they should be exposed. I mean, everything age appropriate, but yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. And yeah, I think girl, just doing it, just do it, talking to God, wake up, be like, hello, God, thank you for the, they gonna start copying you, it's just,
And that was the thing of, we just found, or we were just given like insight of some of the churches in the area. So we are going
mm,
Sunday. Um and I definitely, I'm not gonna be one of those like you have to do Bible study, you have to
right,
join the choir, you have to do this,
right,
but
right.
you do need to
Strong
go.
suggestions.
Right.
Strong
You do need
suggestions.
to go with me right now because you don't have a
Right,
choice. I have to watch
right,
you. And obviously, when you get older and you start hearing about kids at others at school with other religions and they
right,
practice other, faiths, then let's talk about it. I'm not gonna
right,
hold you back to what I,
right.
you
What if Q comes back one day and he's like, I am a Muslim now, mother? What would you say?
what do I have to do to support you?
Right. Oh, that's great. I love
Obviously,
that.
like how can I support you through that while
Yeah.
still practicing different? Like let at the end of the
Right.
day, I'm here to learn your faith as I've taught you mine growing up.
Mine. Yeah. Real.
So
That's real. Oh, I love
for you to
that. I can't wait
decide.
to see them. And then when they like, I would love to know how their faith ends up. I hope it's strong, most high willing.
I hope it's
Because
strong.
really that's it,
I mean, you just put God in the center of your life, and now look.
girl. So many things don't matter. So I wish that I could
Don't
take
matter.
my brain off and like give it to all my friends and share with y'all what this really does. You know what I mean? Because I feel like everybody would do it. I feel
Hmm.
like everybody would do it. And maybe not in the same form. Lent is going on right now too. Them Christians is doing Lent
Right.
and whatnot. So, yeah. 10 out of 10 recommend whatever lane you choose.
Just practice it like wholeheartedly, and I think that's the key.
That's literally the key. That's one of the first things I grasped from doing this was like your heart's intention when you start things is what matters with everything. And I'm like, damn, why I never thought about that before? Like I
Hmm.
feel like the religion I had been following, it was like it kind of got to a point where I was just following the steps, like going through the
Yeah.
motions. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I already know this, I already believe this. Like just doing the shit. But it's like, no, you need to have your heart in the right place and the right intention every single time you talk.
A lot of us, we have the knowledge, right? We both went to Catholic
Mm,
school, so
right.
it's the knowing the knowledge of it all,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
but it's the faith
The
aspect
connection.
of it.
Yes. The faith aspect. Absolutely. I'd say we talked plenty for our first episode back.
Plenty, plenty.
We are looking forward to continuing this journey and being consistent, okay? And for our own mental health and for your
Right.
mental health as the viewer.
Absolutely. Free
So we thank
therapy,
you so
y'all. Free
much. Yeah,
therapy.
free therapy. Woo! We thank you so much for being here, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.